All right. Welcome, everybody. Glad to have you back, True Wealth Investors Podcast. And today I'm talking about two books that I am actually in the middle of reading and kind of some key concepts that I've gotten from the books already. Haven't even finished the books, but I would recommend them already. So, number one, we have The Four Disciplines of Execution. And the book is really focused on larger corporations. How do you not only, normally we talk about strategy and moves we're trying to make, but the book is really focused on larger corporations. How do they implement those strategic moves? How do you get a large group of people to move or change all at the same time? And that's kind of the focus of the book. But one key concept that has been really impactful for me, and I'm guessing that it will be for you, is the idea of lead indicators versus lag indicators, or lead numbers versus lag numbers. This is something I've never really thought about, but we all, or I'm guessing a lot of us, struggle with it as entrepreneurs, especially as solopreneurs, if we're starting our business. If you're like me, especially when I was starting, I really focused on the numbers that I wanted to see happen, like number of doors, amount of gross rents, right? I had those objective numbers for the end result that I wanted to see. And especially when I wanted to have 30 doors, that was like the one. I said, I'm going to have 30 houses if it kills me. That's what I have to have. I have to have 30 houses. Well, the concept from the book is that is a lag number. Okay. That is an end result that comes from activity. A lag number is something we really don't have a lot of control over, but it's something that comes from things that we have control over. So a lead number would be something that we have control over. A lead number we control, it's predictive. So it determines what will happen and we can influence it. A lag number is a result, it comes from other activities, and we really don't have a lot of control focusing on the end result. And kind of a real simple analogy would be if we wanted to have an orchard and grow apples, let's say. The lag number would be the apples, right? We want apples. We need apples. Well, if we just focus on apples and we want apples, how can we get more apples? That really doesn't bring about apples. What brings about apples is planting the tree and fertilizing the tree and pruning the tree and watering the tree if it's dry, right? It's those daily activities that we do over time that lead to the end result. And so in real estate, it's the same. There are a lot of daily activities that we should focus on that will bring the result that really we end up focusing on, but we shouldn't. So some of those activities would be making offers on deals, right? We can't control if each offer is accepted, but if we make, let's say, 15 offers a month, 20 offers a month, will some of those be accepted? Probably. If they aren't, well, then we can control how many offers we make a month. Maybe we need to make 30 offers a month, maybe 40 offers a month. But that is what will lead to the number of deals we do. Okay. Some other ones would be, let's say, I tend to focus on turnover rate with tenants, but I should be focusing on how many tenants pay their rent on time, because if a tenant gets behind on rent, that is an indicator that they're going to end up having to move. Or how quickly do we get their maintenance requests done? Because that we can control, and that's going to dictate how happy the tenant is and whether they want to stay. So um, the key is that we all have our objective things, our end results we want, right? We could list those off real easy. We probably write them in our goals. We have those nailed down. The key is figuring out what are those daily, weekly activities that we can measure and focus on, that we control, that will bring about the end result. If we focus on those, we'll be much happier because we have control over it, and we'll be much more effective. We will know we're making progress. When I wanted 30 doors, I was hustling, hustling, hustling every day. When I would buy another property, I felt really good. When I didn't buy another property, I felt really bad, even though my effort was the same every day and every week, right? If I would have focused on the activities that would lead to the doors, I should have been able to have been happier each week instead of on those highs and lows, peaks and valleys. So I hope that helps. The other book I've been doing on audiobook is Your Next Five Moves by Patrick Bet David. And it's been an interesting listen so far. A lot of good ideas. I love his concept of equating it to a chess game, where you need to know to win in business, you need to know your next five moves. You need to plan out where you're going and how you're going to get there. So I love the concept. And one of the key things that has stuck with me from the book so far is that if you are building a business, if you are trying to do something great, it is difficult. It is, in essence, painful. And the successful people are the ones who can endure pain, who can continue in spite of the pain. And I never really thought about it that way. I build a business, build two businesses. And that's the truth of building a business, that there's a lot of struggle. A lot of time you don't know exactly that you're doing the right thing. You're working like crazy, but you're not seeing the results you want. And there is a lot of pain in that building or in that growth. And I used to think a lot of times that I was probably doing something wrong. If I just read the right book, if I just got the right tip from another investor, then I could avoid the pain and the business would just grow. And so I found it reassuring. Now, obviously, we should read books because we do get ahead faster. We should be networking with other investors, meeting in masterminds, other groups, because that helps us grow faster. Does it get us completely out of the pain? No. If we want to build something great, we need to be comfortable being uncomfortable, right? We need to be content sitting where we are in pain or uncomfortable. So, if you are trying to build your business and you are really struggling right now, one, I would say that doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. That is part of building something great. When you get to the other side, all the people who couldn't go through that discontent or couldn't go through that pain are going to be very jealous of what you've accomplished and what you have on the other side. Two, if you are not networking with other investors going through the same thing or who have already gone through it and are on the other side, then definitely find a group that you can network with, so that you can, one, jump through some of those painful situations quicker, and two, know that you are not alone, that we are all working through discomfort, and that's part of the struggle. All right. So check out those two books. I think you'll really benefit from them. We may have some key tips coming up as I finish the books, but otherwise, check out the books. Let me know what you think. You can send me an email, chat@truewealthinvestors.com. Drop a comment on the video, and appreciate you joining me. Look forward to talking with you next time. All right.